Nate, thank you. You sat real well. I like that. Good to see you. My name is Jeremiah D., attorney at law from the great state of Miss Alabama. I'm here to do a little entertaining for you tonight. It's a side gig I got going on. But you don't have to call me Jeremiah. My friends all call me Sweaty. I've never understood where that comes from. But Lord have mercy, it must be 100 degrees in here. Oh, gross. All right, very excited about this show. Today's a special day. It's May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. All right. We all know this is special because it's the birthday of Jar Jar Binks. Thank you for being born. I'm very excited about this show. It's been a rough week for me. My girlfriend kicked me out of the house. We were at an impasse about finances. I couldn't pay my half of the rent, and she wouldn't loan me the money. It was a rough spot to be in. Yeah, rough spot. She said I was lazy. She said all I did was lay around on the couch. But I want to let you know that's not true. Laid on the floor, too. Patio, driveway, to cover my bases. She said she was tired of my toxic masculinity, whatever that means. Hey, I never complained about her toxic femininity, her active listening, empathetic hugs, affection, milk cookies. No, but we're not here to talk about me. I got a show to put on. So, I made myself an agenda. That's what the judge suggested. So, here we go. Tell a joke. That's how you start off the show. Okay, I wrote this one. What did the shoes say to the socks? As I said, socks to be you. Okay, all right, okay. What's next? Make sure audience is fully grounded and present so that they will be prepared for the awesomeness of this show. Oh, well, there's only one way to do that. Transcendental meditation. And don't be scared, I'm gonna walk you through it. Don't fret, I brought a chair with me. Useful. All right, so you wanna sit down first in the chair. You're all doing that, so halfway there. Good job. Okay, so you wanna start off with a couple of ohms, just to get into that space. So just lean back and I'll demonstrate for you. Just watch. So you want
Holy Moses! It worked! I'm meditating. I'm completely present and at peace with myself. Whoa! Look at all this stuff inside me. Childhood memories. Hey! That creek we used to play in. Oh, my pet crayfish. How you doing, buddy? Ow! Dang, he's still angry. Hey, look at this. Letters to fictitious characters I used to believe in. Like Santa Claus, Luke Skywalker, my papa.
Jeremiah, your chakras look ridiculous.
Mama, that you?
Who you think I am? The Christmas toad?
Mama, don't smoke in here. This stuff looks highly flammable. Mama, you're setting the place on fire.
You worry too much, Jeremiah D.
Back, Mama, back.
How dare you extinguish your mama?
Oh! That was the best meditation session I've ever had. All right, you all ready for a show?
Yeah.
All right. This first act coming up to the stage. Fine group of people. Let's welcome Turbo Turkey!
Welcome. Tonight, we take you on a journey. The journey of the audition room. Join us as we go to a local, totally not elitist theater company.
That was awful. Okay, what was your name again?
Ewan, ma'am.
Okay, Evan, send in the next one.
Ewan. Yes, ma'am. Come on in.
Hi, I'm Stan Roper. I'm very excited to be auditioning for this theater.
Hi, Stan. Well, we're glad to have you here. Now, we are doing the show Harvey. I do not see here. What roles are you interested in?
Well, not to brag, I have played a lot of lead roles in my time, so obviously I want to play the role of Harvey. Ha ha ha!
You have read the play before.
Yeah, a guy talks to his rabbit friend.
Yeah, the rabbit is imaginary. Actually, Harvey's never on stage at all.
Well, like any actor, I feel like we could really beef up the script some. Like, what if Harvey was like 6'5", which is my height, and he dresses up in a big Easter Bunny costume?
Stan, you realize that this play is about mental illness, right? The main character is talking to an imaginary rabbit. We don't see the rabbit.
Okay, what about this? And I'm just spitballing here. What if the rabbit and the main character sing a happy song and they go frolicking through the woods together?
This is not a musical. Nobody will sing. This is not a children's play. Harvey doesn't exist.
Okay, what about this? Okay, he's tall like Frankenstein's monster, so the villagers chase him out with torches, right?
Ow. Stan. Maybe you should audition for the role of Elwood. Oh, I think that would be right up your alley because you are clearly insane.
Okay, but the title of the play is Harvey, right? I mean, why have a play where the title character doesn't appear? I mean, in Annie, there's an Annie. In Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, there's a Charlie. So, I mean, it just makes sense to have the rabbit on stage. It's only going to help your theater.
Stan, did you eat a brain tumor for breakfast?
I'm curious.
The rabbit is not there. We never see the rabbit. The rabbit doesn't exist.
Well, I think you should respect an actor's intuition and let me beef up the character.
Yeah, tell me how that works out for you. Anyway, Stan, you have wasted a lot of my time here. Do you have a monologue for me?
Yes, I do. I'll be doing the Russian priest from Fiddler on the Roof.
Stan, that character walks across the stage in the first act and never says anything at all. How can you do a monologue from that?
See, I beefed up the character some. So now he's a Russian mobster called the priest who forces Reb Tevye out of the village for gambling debts and kills Grandma Seidel.
Everybody go to lunch!
Oh, but I got a great idea for a musical. Hot Dog Vendor the Musical. I'm a hot dog vendor. Get your red hots. Would you like ketchup on that? Relish the moment.
Stephen! Escort him out before I call security.
Ewan, of course, ma'am.
Holy shit!
Oh, now we go to another theater company having another audition.
That was wonderful. We will definitely be calling you. So, who do we have next? What's your name again?
Ewan, sir.
Oh, Stephen, send in the next actor.
Ewan. Yes. Come on in.
Hello, and you are?
Elise Keaton, I'm so excited to be here.
Oh, great. Well, we're thrilled to have you here.
Okay.
We're also very excited because we're doing a female version of Waiting for Godot.
Oh.
It's very progressive for our little theater. So are you interested in one of the roles?
Yes, I would like to play Godot.
Oh, you have a sense of humor. That's good. So I think you'd do great in either role.
But I want to play Godot. I've played many fantastic roles. I think I could bring a real heartbreaking performance to that character.
Okay, you're serious. Well, you see, Godot never actually enters the play, so you can't really play Godot.
But I've played so many roles. I've played Annie, I've played Desdemona. If you don't think I can handle this, tell me now. I can take it. My life is full of criticism. But like a phoenix, I rise from the ashes and I shine.
See, you can't really play Godot. This is a play where people are sitting and waiting. He never arrives.
Okay, let me give you an example. In Waiting to Exhale, she does breathe out. Therefore, she's no longer waiting to exhale. If you go to a restaurant, you are eventually seated, so it stands to reason that Godot could eventually show up.
You see, It works to have two females playing the roles. That's
Yeah.
great. But you can't just write another scene where Godot shows up. That's not being true to the playwright.
Okay, let me paint a picture for you like Bob Ross. There are two characters. They're talking to each other. They're arguing, and then suddenly Godot shows up, and they both cry tears of joy. Finally, after so much waiting, Rachel Godot has shown up.
Rachel Godot. Really? There is no Godot.
But no, you see, they've been waiting for me. They thought I was killed by the milkman 20 years ago, but then I escaped and I ran into the arms of Aunt Dorothy and Aunt Rose.
What? No, there's no milkman. This isn't the Golden Girls. There's two people sitting and waiting for Godot. It's very deep and unconventional, but Godot never shows up. Never. Ever.
But then I show up. Rachel Godot shows up on her trusty Segway.
What? No. There's a bench on stage. Two women sit and argue, and they're waiting for Godot, who never shows up. There's no milkman serial killer, no Aunt Golden Girls, no Segway, and no Rachel Godot.
But Rachel Godot fights crime on her Segway at night, and by day she's a crossing guard in the next town.
Oh, okay. Did you bring us a monologue? Or actually the two that we asked for? Because clearly we can only tell if you have talent by seeing monologues and not by doing cold readings from the play we're producing.
Right. Well, I have two contrasting pieces. The first is Hamlet's father from Hamlet, and the second is a chicken reciting the Greek alphabet.
Get out.
But no, I'm a fantastic actress. I write musicals too. I wrote Cows. It's like cats, but with cows.
No, I'm sorry. We will send you an email. Ethan will escort you out. You're not concealing any weapons, are you?
No, sir, but I bet I have blown your mind today, and I will be waiting for your email.
In the waiting room. More bourbon, sir.
Not enough bourbon in the world after that debacle.
Heroin, then. And now, our conclusion. At a nearby contemporary theater, which is, of course, not pretentious in the slightest.
Okay, folks, before we begin our next two auditions, I just want to say what a fantastic lineup of shows we have this season. We have Glengarry, Glen Ross, Rosencrantz, and Guildenstern are dead. And finally, Bring It On the musical. Such amazing choices for plays. Sorry. Okay, let's go ahead and bring them in. No monologues this time. Let's just get right into the readings.
Good.
Get to know them. Yes, take the pressure off. Find our chi. There it is. Are we ready? Juan.
I believe you are, sir. Now, Fabian, please calm down. Take a deep breath.
Good idea.
Ewan?
It's Ewan!
Oh, are we all set?
Of course.
Come on in.
Oh, hell no! No, Fabian, you cannot, who called this idiot for a cast? He's insane!
Oh, trust me, he's nothing compared to her. She's absolutely nuts.
What did Norman Bates always say? We all go a little mad sometimes. Anyhow, welcome. What are your names?
Hi, I'm Stan Roper, and this is my good friend Elise Keaton.
It's charming to meet you. I'm so excited. Hi, Bob!
Wave to me.
Hello.
Yes, we are very excited as well. So, tell me a little bit about yourselves and what you think you could bring into my shows. And would you like some green tea?
Oh, I would love some.
Oh, yes, please.
Juan, my dear, would you like to go bring us some tea?
Yeah, sure. Just don't make any decisions, all right? We all know what happened last time.
What happened last time?
Can we just skip these two? Because we know we're not going to use them.
Hey, Lana! I see Harvey didn't do too well. Maybe you should have listened to me.
Oh, Bob, I saw Waiting for Godot. It was so boring. You know what would have helped?
Rachel Godot.
Yep.
I thought her last name was Gudot. Anyhow, our first show is Glengarry and Glen Ross, a timeless tale of the pressures of being a salesman. So I'm sure you two could fit right in there.
Oh, good. Good to see. I didn't miss anything. I got your tea.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we noticed you didn't have a lot of other auditions, so we beefed up the script some. So now it's just a two-person show. I am Glengarry.
And I am Glen Ross, and we are a married couple on the lam from robbing banks.
Yes, we have robbed banks, and we're on our way to Hawaii, but a dragon is chasing us.
Oh, no!
Bonnie and Clyde and Dragon.
Lana, hush.
I will not hush. This is the show I'm directing.
Yeah, whatever. Ladies, I think this idea sounds fantastic. I mean, Selling and Curseworth were all I saw in the original, and why not have a dragon?
You're insane. You're insane. That's it. I quit.
Hi, Lana, don't you get to angry Gus.
Screw you.
You know that she has a contract, so she could actually sue us.
Contracts don't mean dookie bubble. Okay, what else you got?
There's also an evil robot chasing us, and we fight off the dragon and the robot with our superpowers.
That's right, Glengarry with his flaming eyes balls, and me with my ability to read minds. Bob.
Tell me that doesn't sound fantastic. I mean, quite frankly, I think people are tired of the same old thing.
Yeah, a dragon, robot. I mean, do you even know what kind of budget we have here?
We will have a big sale! Okay, kids, our next show in the lineup is Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead.
Yes, I'm directing this one.
And I believe that one is a timeless comedy, yes?
Yes.
Yes, so we went ahead and beefed up the script some.
No.
So now Rosencrantz is Rosskrantz, and Guildenstern is Guildenstern and Crane.
And they're both alive. So it's Rosskrantz and Guildenstern are alive and working as custodians at your local Best Buy.
No, you can't just change the title of the play and the names of both characters. Fabian, don't let them do this. If they do this, I'm out of here.
Bob, I agree. That sounds like a bold and daring idea. They're alive and working at Best Buy?
All right, that's it. I'm out of here. You can send my check, and I will be contacting my attorney.
Oh, Bob, you're such a sourpuss. Oh my goodness, what a season we're gonna have. Glengarry and Glen Ross, they're superhero bank robbers on the lam being chased by dragons and robots, and Rosskrantz and Guildenstern and Crane are alive and working at Best Buy. Call Best Buy and order them to sponsor us.
Yeah, I don't think they do that.
Okay, my two geniuses. Finally, Wand and I are directing the most epical of musicals, Bring It On.
But let me guess, you guys probably beefed it up, right?
Oh, I hope so.
You are so smart. Yes, we did. Who needs other actors when you have the team of Roper and Keaton? And cheerleaders that just didn't speak to us. So instead, it's two professional wrestlers fighting for the big title.
That's right, and I will be playing the hero and the villain, and I will wrestle myself. And we're both in love with the same girl. And when she's torn, which one should she choose? And I'll be like, bring it on! And then I'll be like, bring it on! And she'll be like, bring it on!
Alright, yeah, so it's about rival cheerleading squads, and there's already a ton of songs in there, and saying the title over and over again just doesn't really make sense. And plus, it's always been my dream to direct this play.
Aww.
And I've already spent so much money on those rights.
That's cool, we got plenty of song ideas.
Don't you dare stunt their growth. They have amazing ideas.
Plus, if you doubt my singing, just see me any night at karaoke singing Sex Bomb.
I want to
Yeah. Oh, and the final dance will be us doing the Macarena.
Alright, no, hey, that's it, I'm out here. Fabian, they are ruining theater. Why do you even listen to these fools?
I'll tell you why, Wand. Because theater is all about taking risks. And I have never seen such risk takers as Stan Roper and Buster Keaton. I mean, just think about what our posters are going to look like. Action, adventure, sci-fi, one-man wrestling, and the Macarena. This is going to sell like crack.
Yeah, I think it's time for you to take, your meds, and, time for me to call our, attorney.
One of those sounds like fun. Well, kids, this sounds like a hell of a start. Thank you so much for coming in. May I just say, you've both changed my life forever.
Thank you for listening.
It was just our time.
We also have a great idea for 3 musicals. Hot Dogs, Cows, and Night Court the Musical.
I will be dreaming of all 3 of those. Leave now and may Buddha be with you.
Bye. Goodbye.
Oh, thank you.
Bye.
I told you, eventually we get someone to cave and do what we wanted.
I know. I mean, we had to go to 30 theaters, but hell, this guy owes us $500 each.
Right? I guess I should probably learn how to sing.
Yeah. I should probably learn how to act, too.
You should both do both of those things. But $500 worth of bitcoins has been added to each of your accounts.
What?
Yes. I never thought anyone would fall for it, but hey, it's Seattle, right? Hey! Let's give it up again for Turbo Turkey! All right, they were fantastic. Chased by robots. I was chased by robots once. It wasn't fun. And dragons. All right.
next to the stage, we got a musical act. I'd like to bring up to the stage here Margo Lauritzen. If we could all have a round of applause for her. Here she comes. Thank you very much.
Hello.
Hello.
So, I recently went on tour this year, and I called my tour Transportation as Transformation, which is kind of a pretentious sounding name. But I had realized that I had a theme in a lot of my music, and the theme was about being in between places, so leaving one place and not arriving in the next place yet, so being in this state of in-betweenness. And to me, that's a place where a lot of ideas come to me, and it's a place where I feel like I know where I stand in the world. So my song is called Auto. And I actually got my first automobile when I was 27, and it was a very practical car. It was a 1963 Ford Falcon, and I had absolutely no interest in car mechanics. And the strange thing was that the car kept breaking down. And through this process of dealing with my car, I started to see parallels between my car and myself. So when my car was having one disaster after another, I saw my life was going in the same direction. I was 27, so that was pretty par for the course. But so for instance, one time I came out of my apartment and someone had taken the fender off of my car and just gone away with it. So I learned that you never should leave anything valuable on the side of the road. And another time I was driving down the freeway and suddenly this blue smoke started pouring out of my front of my car, and I should have thought that my engine was fucked, but I actually thought that my life was going up in smoke. I'd like to go somewhere, but I don't have a ride. My auto, it won't move, so I just stay inside, 'cause I can't drive. No, I can't drive. First, the fender fell off, and then the engine died. I didn't have the tools to fix it, so I just cried. Now I'll never arrive. Now
bus. Which kind of own it. Small part of it. Are you ready for more comedy? All right, let's welcome to the stage another group of very funny people, Pretty Aggressive.
Checkmate! What? We're not playing chess, you old coot. We're not? Well, what are we playing? I don't know. Who cares? Dinner soon.
What can I do for you, ladies, this evening? Would you like to hear the specials?
No. I have the same thing every night. Haven't you taken notice by now? Half a grilled cheese, white bread, no crust, and the plain tater tots.
And for you?
Meat, rare, cut up, bite size, and a glass of warm water. Do you have any hot dogs?
I think we have some from when the kiddos come.
Give me a foot long.
Okay, I'll be right back.
I got a foot long you can have, darling. Hunka, hunka. Is that finally happening?
Every time you're having writer's block.
Technically, she only has one dildo. I see now that that does not matter.
You need to read the room, guys.
But this worked in my wet dream last night, you guys. Come on! Hi. What?
Oh.
What?
What now?
No, I'm the only one who wrote something. Really? Yeah. Seriously.
We're gonna do this right
What
now.
else are we gonna do? We got nothing else to do.
Right.
All right. Stop. You're right. I respect you and I respect the work.
Oh, shut up.
Hi everyone. Hi. We thanks for coming. We're pretty aggressive, and as you can clearly see, we are pretty aggressive. Tonight we're gonna do some sketches.
We should do the one we did last week where we improvised.
Oh, and that thing, and then the other waterboarding. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna do that. Don't go anywhere. Yeah. We have some stuff to clean up. Sarah. Sarah. Okay. Okay. Here with us. Let's get that block out.
And where'd Sarah go? Was she? This is too much work. What to do
The help, guys.
to die
No,
today?
no. Sarah,
No, not today.
No.
Not today.
Give them an inch and they take a mile.
Oh, you know what? You're gonna. You're just gonna
They were
your line.
they were
away
right
from off stage. Okay. Can we please just talk about it?
Don't!
But you're my best friend.
Oh, some best friend you are.
But our song, Perky and Puffy, BPFFs, best puppet friends forever.
Oh, so you must be the kind of best puppet friend who kisses other puppets' boyfriends! Oh, God.
Mom! Oh, Perky, if we're gonna talk about this, it's gotta be right now. Perky! Perky!
Do not call me by my slave name!
Fine, Allison. Please. Can we just talk about it? I'm sorry, okay? I'm really sorry. Hello, puppets! Oh, sticky fingers in my ass! Sticky fingers in my ass! Oh. God, it feels like I'm pooping in reverse! Hello, Wacy.
You know what you did?
Whoosh. I love you, Wacy.
What about what he did?
Now, let's give each other yummy puppet kisses.
No! Okay, listen. All right.
It technically didn't even count as a kiss.
Didn't you see? His nose was in the hole where his mouth was supposed to be. So I was kissing his nose, which is like totally still in the friend zone. Oh, you think you can get away with this on a technicality? You may have kissed his nose, but you wanted to kiss his mouth. I could see it in your eyes.
Let's have a dance party. I'm sorry, okay? But, you know, I also can't promise it won't happen again. We had no control over the situation, obviously.
It is not about control. It's about respect. Mr. Potato Head was my lover, and you took that away from me.
Me kiss him!
You dance like a whore.
What? It's time to come down for dinner. Okay, I'll be down in just a second. That's puppet friends forever.
Shut your puppet mouth.
Mom, cream of broccoli soup? I hate cream of broccoli soup.
Too bad, you little dump truck.
Puppets, are you ready to help me eat?
Okay, just admit to me. Oh, you wanted her to make you kiss him. Okay, fine, I wanted him. I wanted to feel his salty potato skins and taste his sour cream and bloomin' onions. Oh, he's made out of plastic, you psycho!
Yeah?
Puffy,
Yeah, just a little bit left.
Puffy, let go of her, you monster!
Alright, just come upstairs when you're done.
Okay. Oh, look. Hold on. Thanks for dinner, puppet. I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, God damn it, Puffy! You are not going out like this! I am gonna crawl over there, and I do not care if he sees. I'm coming, Puffy! I'm Puffy! Oh.
Oh, all right. Oh, that was great, right? All right. Oh, being a puppet is not fun. No, thank you. Like being me. All right, speaking of that, let's welcome Margo Lauritzen. She's playing one more song for you, and then we'll have your final act. So, welcome back to the stage, Margo Lauritzen!
That was crazy. Crazy. I feel so, wow. Well, this is my crazy is different. So the song I'm gonna do is called Driving, and so in this song the protagonist has evolved and no longer is using her vehicle as a metaphor for her life. I think that I wised up and realized that it's better to avoid the situation of your fate being the fate of your car by just letting your car break down completely, or better yet, letting it get stolen. And then you can borrow a car, and when you borrow a car, you don't have any of the baggage, and you can find a new destiny for yourself. You can get in the car, you can drive all night, don't look back, and you can transform your life, and that's what this song is about. Driving to Paramore in my friend's clunker car. I was on the fringes then. It was miraculous to be let out of myself, to be on a wild ride where I might be let off. Anywhere, it's the destructive lady who dwells inside me. Any man who is going to be with needs to know about her. Driving to Paramore in my friend's clunker car. I was on the fringes then. It was miraculous. Thank you.
So you guys all ready? One more act. Let's bring to the stage Chris Last presents.
Okay, all right. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Carol, Nick, all right. You can go ahead and turn that down. Thank you. Carol, thank you for the cookies. Appreciate those. Let me know when there's peanuts in them next time. All right, thank you, everybody. Welcome to our teacher training. Today, we have a very special person. You all know me. I am Principal Sam Matthews. But some of you might not know my speaker, my assistant principal, Mr. Clint Ostrander. Now, Clint did his PhD at UW in education with a specialized focus in student motivation.
Yes.
Yes, and interesting factoid, actually. Clint's father, Butch G. Ostrander, is the namesake of our school. There's a photo of him, actually, that we have right here. He was principal of this school for many, many years. Now, today Clint's going to be talking about some classroom management skills, and also going to give you some tools that can effectively help you improve your classroom. So, go ahead and take it away.
Great, thanks. You know, my dad was more than just a famous principal. He also pioneered standardizing classroom management with his No Child with an Unpaddled Behind program. Now, we can't use that program anymore. No thanks to the goddamn liberals, but we can continue to guide our students using the same simple, common sense guidelines that lie at the heart of any great educator. So, the first step. How do we manage our classrooms? It's simple. If you want to keep your students in line, you've got to beat them. Yes. Question.
Hi, Clint. I'm Linda Sherman. I'm the school counselor. It sounds like you're telling us that we should be our students.
That's right. I am inviting you to beat your students.
Oh, where are we going with this?
Great question. I think I see where the confusion is. By beat, I don't mean hit your students. God, no, we can't do that anymore. No. I mean that good classroom discipline begins with us teachers first. When we beat our students, we are believing every action teaches. It's about setting a good example for your students and recognizing that you set the tone for your classrooms. Does that make sense, Linda?
You know, when you put it that way, I'll buy it. You got this.
Great, thank you, Linda. How about the rest of you? Will you all beat your students?
Now!
Come on, you gotta mean it. Say, I will beat my students.
I will beat my students.
Louder!
I will beat my students.
See, doesn't that feel good? All right, now the next question. How do we deal with classroom disruptions as they occur? Okay, this one's simple. Just remember to paddle your students, which stands for pause and direct disruptive learners every time. It's about calmness and consistency with our students, and as soon as our students can see that, well, the disruptions will cease. And I actually brought a visual aid for this one to help us remember. Some of you will recognize this. This is my dad's old paddle from No Child with an Unpaddled Behind program. Look familiar? Yeah.
Hi,
yes.
Hi, Clint. Oh, hi.
Yes, Linda.
Hi.
What?
Oh, I get why you're going with the calmness and the consistency thing. But I mean, beat and then paddle after beat and you got that paddle that your dad used on some students.
Yep, I got it.
Just like, where are you going with this?
Look, Linda, I know sometimes acronyms can be confusing. Hell, every time I hear the acronym PETA, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, I think of Greek food. That doesn't mean I think PETA is a Greek restaurant. No, these are just simple acronyms to help us teach our students, okay?
But couldn't it be like something nicer like, kitten, like, kids need love every time, like just something nicer?
Look, I see what you're trying to do, okay? But these acronyms, these fit the material the best, so this is what we're going with, okay?
I'm sorry. Okay, you go for it.
Great, thank you, Linda. All right, now, moving on, a lot of teachers ask me, Clint, hey, dude, how do you deal with chronically disruptive students? Well, I'm going to show you the next slide. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Now, this one will take a second to explain.
Excuse me, Clint?
What, Linda? Let me guess. Oh, it's too long. It's too long, Clint, right? It's too long.
No, it's just like, it's another mean one, and it just bothers me that you use bad things to help us remember good things.
Look, it's just a coincidence. Okay, now everybody yell it. I will smack those little bastards in the mouth!
You just made everyone yell it without explaining the acronym!
Oh, okay, next acronym. Go! Clint's father used physical discipline as a means of instead of love and understanding. But it's clear it's done more harm than good, etc., etc. Now everyone yell it with me! Let's go!
Thank you. Let's just break for lunch. Thank you.
Oh, God, that was a great catered lunch. I tell you, I'd do movies all the time if we got catered like that. All right, we're gonna go ahead and pick up from where we stopped yesterday, the kissing scene. And I'm pretty excited about this, you guys. You are the best when it comes to on-screen passion.
Oh yeah, the secret is just finding actors with a similar process, someone who brings out the magic in you.
Exactly. We have such a simpatico as actors. Sometimes we even finish each other's
sentences.
Okay, you two, save it for the camera. Okay, places, everyone, and action.
I'm leaving you, Alan.
No, Alice.
I've got to leave you to find myself.
But I need you!
I don't need you to need me. I want you to want me.
Whoa. Cut. Sorry, guys. That was just, it was looking a little weird.
Really?
Yeah, felt fine to me.
You didn't think anything about it was weird at all?
No, pretty standard for me.
Same here, but you're the director.
Yeah.
If there's something that you're seeing that we're not, please.
Okay, perhaps. All right. Well, let's do a second take. Okay, this time let's try to approach the kiss a little more organically. Okay, a little more organically.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Here we go. Action.
I'm leaving you, Alan.
No, Alice. Don't leave me.
I've got to leave you to find myself.
But I need you.
I don't need you to need me. I want you to want me.
cut!
What the fuck was that?
I don't know, just like felt so natural. I just like a wild tiger in heat, just like went for it.
It just felt like the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think it was a bit much, okay? So let's do it again. This time, let's keep it simple, okay?
Okay.
Maybe less movement. Right? Good?
Okay.
Okay, great.
Action. I'm leaving you, Alan.
No, Alice. Don't leave me.
I've got to leave you to find myself.
But I need you.
I don't need you to need me. I want you to want me.
Whoa, cut! I said simple, not stiff and robotic!
I tried. I can't do it. What you're asking is too restrictive to my artistic process.
I agree. Look, I understand you have an artistic vision here as director, and I don't want to step on your toes. But sometimes you just have to trust your actors.
I mean, we're the ones on the ground feeling through these feelings, and sometimes you just gotta trust us.
Okay, you guys are ready. I've got a lot of ego writing on this project right now, okay? And I think I've just been a little over anxious by it. Look, let's do the scene again, okay? This time I'm gonna trust you, okay? Don't hold back.
Not at all.
And let's just see where the moment takes us. Action!
I'm leaving you, Alan.
No, Alice. Don't leave me.
I've got to leave you to find myself.
But I need you.
I don't need you to need me. I want you to want me.
Oh my God.
True as it can be.
Just keep rolling.
Somebody unexpectedly.
That was remarkable. This wasn't what I was expecting. But I think you guys taught me a valuable lesson about trusting your actors. And thank God it's nothing CGI can't fix.
Oh, that's the spirit.
That's the way to go, boss.
Thanks, guys.
So, would you like to sing along with us?
Me?
Sometimes you just gotta trust the process.
Guys, hit it. Ever just the same. Dance. Roll it. Ever a surprise. Ever as before. And ever just as sure. After sunrise.
Oh, goodness. Let's raise the temperature in here. 20 20 degrees. All right, well, thank you so much. That's been our show. Thanks for coming out. Let's give it up once more time for everybody in the show. And for our lovely sound over there, Nick. Thank you very much. Come on. All right, thank you for coming out. I got a mailing list just down the bar. Please sign it, Sweaty D's mailing list. You can also follow me at Randy Wood Seattle on Instagram. Thank you again. Good night.